You know, I think for some of us, we maybe have a disposition or a tendency to look back and to think of the failures or the moments where we blew it, or the shortcomings, or the things where we didn't add up. You know, and as we sing that song, though, what does God look back when he looks at his children? He does the same thing that you do. He looks back at your year and he thinks of, first and foremost, before he sees anything else, he sees your beauty, he sees your triumph, he sees the things that you did in his name, he sees your victories, he sees those things. And man, what a wonderful thing it is to have a God who loves us, accepts us, celebrates with us, and those places where we've fallen short, he took care of it and paid the price. He says, yeah, those are there, but I took care of that. What a wonderful thought as we wrap up this year. So, on that note, happy old year to everybody. It is still 2018. We have 2 more days left, or I guess about a day and a half left. So we're going to embrace it to its fullest, right? So it's wonderful to see everybody here today. Thank you guys for being here as we wrap up the year. A few things coming up. Saturday is the men's breakfast at 6 a.m., bright and early. All right, guys? So 6 a.m. Denny's over there right there on Herndon and Walmart. So that Clovis Avenue area. So the Denny's right there, 6 a.m. You can get a Grand Slam breakfast for $5, or just a cup of coffee, or you can go crazy and get moons over my hammy if that's what you want to go for. All right. So, but we meet there. It's a great time. We hang out for about an hour, hour and a half, share life a little bit, catch up, and then go back, get back home. Most of us before even our kids are up. So it's a great time to be together. Next week is Pizza with the Pastor again. So if you're new to ACC, you're still kind of checking us out, we'd love to invite you back next week to join us for pizza following the second service at the Me and Ed's Pizza over on Shepherd and Fowler. It's a great time just to hang out, to get to know each other, and to eat pizza. So it's a win-win all around. Mark your calendars, because on the 13th is our family fun night at Fresno State Bowling Alley. So I don't know about you guys, but I think Fresno State Rec Center has like the best bowling alley in Fresno and Clovis. It's like, it is wonderful. It's clean. You don't feel like your shoes are sticking to the floor as you're walking. You know, I love that bowling alley. And the best part is it's cheap. So we are taking over the entire bowling alley. So all the lanes belong to us. And here's the deal. For $5 a bowler, that includes your shoes and 2 hours of bowling, or $20 for your whole family. So we supplement, we buy it down. It's already cheap, but we make it even cheaper because we recognize that even at $5 for families of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, that still adds up, doesn't it? You're like, it's like going to Taco Bell. Taco Bell should never cost you $30, and somehow it does, huh? So we want to make sure that money's not an issue and that you are there. So join us next, the 13th. Now here's the deal. It starts at 6 p.m., but that's like the actual bowling time when we're on the lanes bowling. So you really got to try to be there about 5:30. That way everybody's squared up. You got your right shoe on, because it takes about 3 times with those bowling shoes to get the right ones, doesn't it? So mark your calendars now. Also coming up, we have Baptism Sunday on the 13th. We have a City Serve orientation on the 16th. And then the Men's Texas Hold'em Tournament on the 18th. So all the guys in here that are 13 and older, yeah, that's for you. So what we do is we have a great time hanging out together, and we raise money for our adoption and foster family support night. So it's $15 and some type of side or a goodie or a side dish, something like that. And so we come together, we eat like kings, we hang out and laugh and have a wonderful time together during that evening. There's a few small prizes for the top table just for funsies, but then the rest of that money goes towards helping us host at least one. The goal is always at least one of our support nights. Those support nights cost about $300 to $400. Sometimes even on the crazy nights, $500 if we're catering in something exquisite like Chick-fil-A, or not. Chick-fil-A is always free. Exquisite like Chipotle, but it just adds up when you have to feed 150 people. And so here is a fun way to be able to feed 150 people and support these wonderful families. So guys, get there. Bring your dads, bring your uncles, bring your neighbors. And then people are like, what kind of church plays cards? My church plays cards. My church has a Texas Hold'em tournament. And I think this is important because we show that our young men that you can have fun and not be an idiot, you know? And that is part of discipleship too. Teaching your boys how to not be idiots and still have fun. So mark your calendars for that. We would love it if we had 50 guys and young men here on that night, all right? So saying all that, it's time for our 5-minute break. So the goodie table is crazy because everybody's been bringing in their cookies that were leftovers. So we are trying to do all of us a favor by distributing the sugar evenly, so that way it just doesn't go in one spot right to the belly. So it's all back there, and so there's some great stuff, the big pot of coffee, and most of all, each other. So let's take a moment to catch up with each other, share life with one another. Tithe and offering box in the back, and there's a number on the screen. Once again, thank you for your faithfulness. We end the year strong. God bless you guys for that. So let's take 5.